Have you ever wondered what it would be like to jump in a NASCAR stock car? Neither have I, but we're doing that here in today's episode. The first bit of modding that we get to take a look at in NASCAR 25, and well, yeah, we are going to see if we can quite literally jump over the competition and try to win here at several different racetracks. And we kick things off with Talladega. We're going to check out some road courses. We're going to check out mainly some super speedways for the oval side of things as we start from the back here as the number 5 of Kyle Larson. And this is such a cool little mod. There's a few other mods I'm going to be checking out here in the coming weeks as a trainer just came out for NASCAR 25 just very recently, and we're checking that out here. So it's really cool, and we're gonna see if we can use the jumping feature to our advantage now, as we are already moving our way through this field pretty quickly here in Talladega now, and we might not even have to rely on jumping, but I'm sure it's going to come in handy at some point, like maybe right here as we head down the back straightaway. And I'm going to change lanes. You know what? I want to be on the top, so let me get over there. We'll jump between Cody Ware and AJ Allmendinger, and we'll get that 16 there lined up behind us, and we'll make that pass on him. Now, don't mind if I do, jumping over the nose of the 1 of Ross Chastain, getting myself to the 3rd lane. It's almost just like you can kind of like complete passes a few seconds earlier. Instead of having to wait to clear a guy, well, why don't you just jump across his front bumper and clear him that way? Now, you got to be careful, because if you're in like a corner, that's going to be very difficult to pull this off. Now, I'm going to combine this with some other mods in the NASCAR 25 trailer to come soon, as well, yeah, learning very quick of what not to do. I decided to jump onto the back of the number 11 of Denny Hamlin. So caution is out, and now we need some repairs. We'll be starting at the back, but very quickly we're going to get our way back forward here now as we split through the tri-oval there. And even in the tri-oval, it's actually quite dangerous because it's still, of course, a corner technically, so the car will break grip. But there is also an option that we can actually turn the grip up to like 200%, and we're going to be checking that out and maybe combine it with this jump mod here going forward. Just a little quick jump there to the right side of the 38 of Zane Smith now as we try to get ourselves towards the front, but not any help right here, so we have to kind of get back in line and hope we can get the big suck now as we go down this back straightaway. And Denny Hamlin's right there in front of us, and well, I jumped on him earlier. I'm going to go for it again. Now we're going to split right between him and Justin Allgaier, and there we go. That's one way to make room for yourself there. Now up into the top 25 as we come up in these closing laps here now, and we might actually be able to pull this off now as we continue coming through traffic to the back of the 20. Okay, that's exactly why you do not jump in the tri-oval, because you will just go straight, obviously, and break grip, and well, we face the consequences of that one. We're still racing though. We still got a shot now to get ourselves back up in the mix here now, as we're going to try it again on Bell. This time at the beginning of the tri-oval, jump across this bumper, get ourselves into the 2nd lane, and here we go now to the back of Chase Briscoe. That was really close there. With a few laps to go though, we've gotten ourselves up into the conversation to win this race potentially. Now I nearly wrecked myself with the 34 of Todd Gilliland now as we are dropping back, so we're going to need some help from the 54 of Ty Gibbs now as he'll get up to my back bumper. If you get a really big push, you can probably just full-blown jump over a car and clear them. Let's give it a shot on Kyle Busch. Okay, that was a bad idea. We're still good. We're still green. Keep it going now. Now as we got help from Denny Hamlin, we're coming up on 2 laps to go once we come back around to the start-finish line here, and we're going to be 3 wide in the middle. I don't have enough of a run to really do anything. I was thinking about jumping right there, but going into the corner, that would have been a horrible idea, so we'll stay put here. They're 4 wide in front of us, and I'm going to try and get Denny Hamlin to follow me here to the outside, and he will. So he's going to now push me all the way past the top 10 here now. Bubba Wallace, William Byron up front, and we're going to go to the lead here from Talladega, but Hamlin's going to hang me out. I left the door open. He said I'm coming through, so now I'm going to drop back as we approach the final lap here now. A lap and a half to go, and we've got a big push from behind. I'm going to try and just get through. Oh my goodness, the 7's under us. We're getting turned, and around goes the 4 of Gregson. Oh no, I just caused a big crash behind us. I am so sorry to the pack. Now, for some reason, when we went back to the green flag, the lap count changed, so something weird with this trainer. And I got a little bit too aggressive, and this was actually coming to the final lap for the leader. We're gonna cause chaos, and oh my goodness, yeah, that's it. We ended up 10th now on the final lap. I want to do like a proper Daytona 500 or something with the ability to jump. I think that'd be for a funny video, but now let's test this out at a type of track where I think this can also really be utilized well. At normal ovals, it's not really going to be that effective, but when we come to road courses, I think this could be really effective, and I just thought of an idea as we pass through turn 1. We're going to try that on lap 2 now, and you can probably imagine what it is now, but as we head towards the hairpin, I wanted to try and jump over everybody right here. I just broke grip, jump over the competition, and absolutely destroy the car in the process. And as we came around towards turn number 1, Shane Van Gisbergen's leading in towards oval 1. I'm like, you know what? We're going to take the lead that way. We're just going to jump over the wall, back onto the oval, and I'm actually going to get cut for a corner cut. That's what you call cutting the course, not the fact that I jumped over the wall in turn 1, as that's going to do it for our luck here in Charlotte now. And yeah, the road courses, I mean, there's some cool little kind of moments where you can kind of utilize this feature and get yourself quite a bit of an advantage now, as we're just causing absolute havoc at this point. Eric Jones is gonna plow straight through me, and yeah, we're just having a little fun at this point now, as you can like double jump and get some pretty good air, especially when you're at a higher speed, but you can only really do that at like the super speedways and whatnot. Now I wanted to try Chicago into turn 1. I was like, you know what? Why don't I just kind of do a little didgeridoo and jump over top of everybody? And you know what? We end up P32 at the end of that one. Turn 2, I don't think we can really, I mean, we can jump over everybody, but I don't think that's going to be a feasible idea now, as we beat and bang there with the number 7 of Justin Haley. I did not mean to do that. I was trying to shift up, and my reflexes went to jumping instead. Riley Herbst is going to get the short end of that stick. Now get him out of the way, as we now come towards the next heavy braking zone, and we actually made that one work. We vault over the 3 car and then jump our way into the corner, and now here is another opportunity. Let's jump. Oh, we land on top of somebody. I think it was a 60. And that was it. We had that little crash, and then I was in the back because of that, and we ended up in 34th. And yeah, the game doesn't like you jumping into the pit lane there, so we're going to get a penalty for that, and we'll cross the line to finish probably dead last. No, 37th. We actually beat some people. We'll take it. Watkins Glen next. And you know what we have to do right here into turn 1. We're going to send it and see if we can like jump. I was hoping I could jump out of the track. Didn't quite get that luxury there, so that didn't quite work. But now the AI really like to check up here at Watkins Glen on restarts down towards the bus stop. So this jump mod, it's kind of the perfect storm, because now instead of having to avoid cars, you can just jump over them, like right here. Don't mind if I do, right over the top of that car, and actually over Stenhouse, Eric Jones in. Well, I crashed myself doing it. It was really good until it wasn't there. You got to be methodical. I would try it again, and that time we went right over the top of the 43 now, and we get ourselves up into P23. So that really does come in handy at tracks like Watkins Glen now, and as we're actually going to get a little bit of contact there with the 6 of Keselowski. My man's not being too nice there on the quarter panel now, as we come towards the final lap, and I decide, you know what if we just jump into the bus stop? And well, the answer is that I really shouldn't have thought about doing that, because I cut the corner and I cleaned out Bubba Wallace in the process here, as we'll get back going alongside Noah Gregson. Really just having a lot of fun screwing around with this. I tried to jump over the 4. Instead, it's like the AI know where you are even when you're in the air, so he kind of moved over, and it was pretty ineffective. So the last track I wanted to try this at was Atlanta, because the super speedway racing here is pretty wild, but my problem that I was finding here was I couldn't get enough of a run, and there was too much space that was just taken, so I couldn't really use jumping at all, because it wouldn't have been effective. I would have just landed on somebody, and Bubba Wallace is going for a crash. Don't mind if I just go to the inside there. We come to the final lap, though, and just seeing if I can do anything at this point now, and we got ourselves in towards the top 10, and I feel like the only time we can really jump effectively is going to be coming to the start-finish line, and maybe we can leap over somebody to steal a position or two. But I honestly feel like the Daytona and Talladega are probably the most effective tracks for the jump mod, as we roll through 3 and 4 for the final time. Down the front straightaway, we're 3 wide through the tri-oval. Let's just leap leap over top of the traffic. We end up P7. It is really fun messing around with this. I think we're going to do a Daytona special video in the future, so stay tuned on that. But I will link down below. You can get access to this through a Patreon link. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.